Hello, everyone in YouTube land. This is Michael S. Ward, and I'm here to talk about Big Brother episode 14. This is what happened, and I will give you my opinion of it, and it's just my opinion, so enjoy. Now, on this episode, this is eviction night coming up. You know, it's heavily edited by CBS, but it doesn't take away from the enjoyment of it. Matter of fact, I kind of like the editing. So they have you thinking one way, and then you have to think on your own, like, really, are they going to do this? Are they going to do that? And a lot of times on those editings, they don't do what the first part of the edit shows in the show. So this is what happened. I got my trusty notes here. They had the live eviction night, and it was the BB Blockbuster game. And before the game, Rachel was upset because Jimmy was placed on the block and not Vince. And so her and Rachel and Jimmy had bonded, and so she was upset because he was up there and wanted Vince up there. But I think it was an either or. Either one of them would have been fine with me, and it just so happens it happened to be Jimmy. And what I was gathering from the show is that it looked like it was either or. So everybody else felt that way. So, but, you know, the editing on CBS, they show the concerns of everybody about Jimmy. And I thought to myself, how can they be concerned about Jimmy? He's been backstabbing since the first week. I mean, you know, I met these kind of guys right here. They're full of themselves, and they think like their view of the world is the best view of the world. And they will be duplicitous on you. And having been around those kind of people who are like that, Jimmy is just a prime example. And I didn't want him to really be in there that long, because the longer somebody like Jimmy is in there, the more confusion and chaos would happen. And he's a key chaos person. So for me, Mickey made the right decision. And like I said, I've been friends with those kind of guys before, and I mean, they are like Jimmy, just duplicitous. And can't say much about my personality for having been friends with them. With several of them. And you have to watch yourself with that. And I thought for Mickey that was a good move. Even though Vince is duplicitous also, but Jimmy brings an outburst of chaos constantly. So it's best to get him out, because he would ruin your game and somebody else's by accident. And so they did have a game, Big Buster game. Read the notes, Mike. BB Blockbuster game, and it had another name. I forgot what it was, but they had to get this ball into this roulette wheel, and they had to get 3 of them. Now, before they did the game, I did want to let you know that, you know, even though Ashley and Mickey and Morgan are friends, you know, Ashley is just kind of airheaded. And Ashley's talking with some of the other people. Ashley called Mickey scatterbrain. One of the smartest women in the house, she called us a scatterbrain. And I mean, whether that was self-projection, I don't know. Ashley just doesn't know what she's doing from minute to minute. All she does is have a smile and a giggle. Kind of like me, Just okay. And and what it looks like in the Big Brother edits, everybody was wanting, they were showing everyone was wanting Jimmy to stay because Jimmy had got into an alliance with several people. And so that's how he was duplicitous. He's one side he's saying he's on their side, and the other side he's saying he's on the side. Only one he was really loyal to was Rachel. So, but they did show a lot of people talking about how much they were surprised that she didn't pick Vince. I think Vince is a controllable problem. Jimmy is not a controllable problem. You need to get that boy out the house. And on that, the contest that they had with the roulette wheel, I predicted that Kelly would win because she's real nimble and good at things like that. But the winner for that contest for the roulette wheel and getting 3 balls in the slot was Riley. And I didn't expect that, but it didn't bother me either, because even though I have some doubts about Riley, he's not a prime person to get out in my mind like Jimmy. So when Riley won that upset everybody. Rachel was, and they come back in to vote. Rachel was trying to network and try to get Jimmy to be the one that is dethroned or evicted. And so she was whispering, going here, and she was telling Jimmy, "You're not going anywhere. You're gonna be right here." And Jimmy was like, "I'm not going anywhere." That's the, famous last words on Big Brother. "I'm not going anywhere." "Oh, yes, you are." So, like I said, I predicted Kelly's win, but and the game was called Safecracker. So now Riley won that, and Rachel, I thought Rachel was really swinging the vote to Jimmy's way. Against people doing the Jimmy thing. So I thought, okay, they're gonna get out Kelly. That's all right with me for Kelly, but Kelly wasn't really a hot button person for me, even though she's fantastic at these games. And I just knew she was going to win that game, and she didn't. But I don't consider her that much of a threat. She doesn't come into a threat portion until she gets more people out of the game. Then you can knock her out. But I think if Riley wasn't going to be knocked out, if Kelly wasn't going to be out, the only one left was Jimmy. And if the two of them are up on the block, which they were, I would have voted for Jimmy too. Because on that vote, and there was one crazy vote from my girl Ashley. She goes out, she votes for, who did she vote for? She voted Jimmy. She voted Kelly out. Now I can't remember what was it she did. She didn't want to do it. She wanted to vote Jimmy out. She voted Kelly out, and then she says goodbye. All the little stuff they be babbling about when they go out that door when they make that vote, and she sees somebody in the hallway. And she realizes that, oh, I didn't mean to vote for Kelly. I meant to vote for Jimmy. She runs back into the room and says, I changed my vote. My vote is for Jimmy. And and Rachel's just, Julie Chen just says, no. She runs back out. And I said, how could you just go in there and make the wrong vote and admit it in the hallway? And then run back in and try to change it. it just don't work like that. You done sat down and said the wrong name and then correct it while you were in there. And so she goes back out, and it's like an 8-2 vote. Only one that really voted for him and wanted to vote for him was Rachel. The one that accidentally voted for him is Ashley. And you have to give Ashley a break. I mean, I've always said she's the most educated airhead I've ever seen. And I like her. I like her, but she's a nut. And so when they voted Jimmy out 8-2, Jimmy said something about he was going out the door and said, "Here, take this." Apparently, he threw some sunglasses, I think, somewhere, and walked out with this little Catwoman outfit on with culotte pants. Bad taste. I mean, if you're already a bulletin, why in the world are you going to bring attention to you looking like that? And he's still in his own little world. He's all jiggly and head. They made a mistake. This so-and-so should been voted out instead of me. And I think that house is probably much more relaxed with him gone. And he thought he was going to get Kinu's vote earlier. And I thought, why in the world he's sitting up there? He done laid Kinu out at the very beginning of the start of the show. Badly laid him out. And, and it's like Kinu is no angel itself, but Kinu had a reason to vote him out. It's like, if I got a chance to get somebody that tried to get me, you get them. And that much, I think that's about the only thing I agree with Kinu about. So, after he was voted out, what else happened? And I put down here, Jimmy lost because he is just vengeful. And then at the end of the show, Rachel was crying. And poor old Rachel, the one person consoling her in another room after she walked out when Jimmy lost, she went to a room to sit down, and here comes Kinu. Kinu's trying to network and be friends with Rachel, and was talking real sweet to her. He don't know Rachel knows he's just trying to slink up on her. And as far as Rachel's concerned, he's not the gay man that Jimmy was. And she knows when a man's trying to pull the wool over her eyes. And she sat there crying like, she was too broke up to say anything. She's like, and you're here. She's going, and Kinu's up there going, "We're going to be friends, Rachel. I got you, whatever he's saying." And she's just looking at it like, I can't believe this. I lost Jimmy and got you. So, that's what happened. It's another good episode. So now, will it be as interesting with Jimmy gone? Yes, it will. Because the rest of these people are under the Big Brother spell of being made to be crazy people. You lock people in there and don't give them a phone, don't give them any TV, don't give them any news, and the only thing they got to do is feed off each other, and some of them are mentally imbalanced, then you're going to have a wild ride going on in there. And people were, first they were coming down on Mickey for her decision to do that. And for me, I thought that was an excellent decision because she made friends with Riley by not putting his girlfriend up there. That will come later on. There's no need for her to put his girlfriend up there and him, because whichever one is left up there would come after her. She was smart on that. And she made friends with Riley. I don't know if she can really make friends with Riley, but he was happy that he was off. He was happy that his girlfriend didn't get put up by Mickey. So that it was a well played move on her part. And as far as Kelly going, I really don't know which way Kelly gonna go. Kelly's in her own world. She's the equivalent of Ava, but not as ditzy. So we got two ditzy people in there, Ashley and Ava. Ava is just a sweet, nice person. I don't know what to make of her. One minute she seems like she's duplicitous, and then the other minute she doesn't. And it's the same thing with Ashley. So these are two people that they're not registering on the radar like they should. And the other person that doesn't register on the radar is, let's see, there was somebody else. Oh, I can't think of them right now, but we will talk about it again. I said I wasn't going to do any more Big Brother videos, but like in the Big Brother house, I lied. What's that Donna Ross said in The Boss? But I lied. All right, everybody. I'm done messing with you. And you have a good day. Remember to subscribe and hit the like button and all that other good stuff. You take care now.